Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Avoiding FBoys pretending to be good men. And y'all know what I mean by FBoys, but I'm trying to keep it a little clean on this side of the fence, right? Avoiding FBoys, because, and stop me if you heard this one, right? Or experienced this one, more likely experienced it, right? Now, you get up there, right? You out there, you've been out there a while. You done dealt with plenty of FBoys, right? You done dealt with them, right? You done dealt with that dude coming up. He looking slick. He telling you what you want to hear. He a player. He a blatant player. And I ain't talking about one of those dudes that you chasing down, but one of those dudes who trying to wear you down. You done dealt with him. Or that dude, he hit it and quit it or something. You thought there was something there and he hit it and quit it. Or, you knew he was a player anyway, but you still dealt with him, which is a major case, right? So you just like, dang, you got to get a good man. Like a good man, you want somebody, who don't have some hustle or something. You want some guy with a 9-to-5 with benefits, right? Somebody who, talking about their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, be going to church and whatnot, or some type of spiritual path, right? And you meet some guy, he don't have a bunch of tattoos, he don't got an F-boy haircut. Y'all know what an F-boy haircut is, though, right? One of those nappy fades or something. You get this dude, he ain't no fly cat or anything. He look like ordinary dude. The fact you purposely looking for a dude look kind of square. And square ain't always a bad thing, but you purposely looking for that. That dude looking innocent, got a regular haircut. He ain't dressing fly, but, he dressing decent at best. He ain't just dressing whack. And there's a whole bunch of guys out there like that. A clean cut type of dude, right? And then, you meet him and he cool. You know what? He ain't trying to get in your drawers right away. Right? He'll do the right thing. He'll take you out. He ain't gonna be a cheap bastard like Rom and be like, I ain't paying nothing. He ain't doing no bad boy stuff. He's a perfect gentleman and whatnot. He's a gentleman. It's like, shoot, you ready to take him home to meet Mom and Uncle Junior and them? And Uncle Junior hard on him. He might even take him home to meet him. And Uncle Junior say, hey, he a good guy. No, not Uncle Junior. I don't take it. Uncle Junior can see through a player. So y'all gotta take him around your other relatives who might not see through him and stuff. Because Uncle Junior will tell you right away, and then we don't need this podcast right here, right? But y'all know the type, though. Y'all know the type. Shoot. Basically like Lawrence from Insecure. Because I thought about that, because there was a scene in there where when he was messing with Tasha in season 2, when she called him, she was like, you nothing but a fuckboy pretending to be a good man. And that's kind of where I got the title, right? And like I said, they're good men, actually good guys, but, a man still wants sex and shit, and all men don't want, something serious. And I actually did a video for the men where I said clean cut players the ones who really get it in. And so, because a lot of times women, they tired of dealing with that obvious looking player, so they'll get that guy with the nice suit and everything. And that's how you get caught up. This dude ain't, he might not even be super fine or anything. Like nothing about him screams player, right? And you get with him, then he dogs you out. Well, he don't even really dog you out. He'll just hit it a few times and all of a sudden he get real busy and stuff. And you realize you done got played like you did with the obvious fuck boys, right? You got played again. It's how you avoid all that. Ladies. It's a very simple thing. See, a weakness with women, and this is a weakness, but, I understand it, part of his nature. Too many women are focused on what that man is doing for them and how much he's focused on, how much attention he's focused. Now, part of that comes down to the whole human reproduction process, because a man ultimately has to come to you, ultimately. You might choose the man, but then what you trying to do is entice him to come to you, right? And so, you meet that good guy, and he's saying all the perfect things. He's a perfect gentleman. He's different from all those previous fuck boys. So you think, oh, this is something. There's something here. Shoot, if he's really good, he can even fool Uncle Junior. Like, he might be getting there cool, get in there and play the spades, eat that macaroni and cheese out there with him. He'd be like, dang, this dude is cool. He up there with the family talking. Like, even the old players in your family get fooled by this dude. That's when you know. Except that one old player in the family, he's still looking at him like, yo, y'all need to check young. Usually that old school guy who still got he about 70 years old, got about 5 20-year-old girlfriends. Oh, man. It just reminded me of something else. There's something else I got to hit on on another channel. But the key to it is, to avoid it is, ladies, sometimes if that dude seeming like he's too perfect and he's catering to you too much, step back a bit. He seemed, not so much as too good to be true, because sometimes y'all, a lot of women mess out on a genuine good man because y'all think he's too good to be true. But he's focused too much on you, or you're focused too much on what he's doing for you. And that's usually how women get caught up, that you're not paying attention to other shit, right? Even because, or you paying attention to the wrong things. You're looking at, his job, his credit rating, or how much he spent on you at the expensive restaurant, and you just get too caught up in it. But if you want to avoid it, pay attention to what the man does for himself. Start talking to that guy. See, here's a big thing. I'm giving y'all some game. I know some dudes gonna hate me on this, but the players gonna hate me. The genuine good men, they gonna co-sign me, right? Focus on what that man does outside of what he does for you. That's how you figure out what he's doing. Don't pay attention. Like, if he tell you something to, like, oh yeah, I work with kids and all that, it'd be like, okay, it's like, you mind if I come around when you doing that? Just like, see what he does. Pay attention to little stuff, how he treat servers in a restaurant. Pay attention to everything he does that doesn't have to do with you. That's how you're going to figure out. Because a truly good man, he going to treat you nice, but then he going to be a good guy for everybody around him. What's up with his friends and stuff? It's like, when you dealing with him and stuff, and ask some questions. Be like, oh, well, what do you do? What do you, tell me about your life. See what his plans are. See what he believes in. And with social media now, everybody got a Facebook page or something. Don't be afraid to go through that. Send him a friend request. Don't be afraid to go through there. How many family member pictures he got in here. What he saying about his mama? His parents. What he's saying about his spiritual beliefs. All right? Pay attention. Don't see too many women. You get played because you only focus on what he doing for you. It's the same thing every time. And sometimes women get caught up with some dude who they not even that attractive though, but because he's like giving you all that attention and stuff, you deal with him, even though something in the back of your mind is like, nah, girl, nah. Nah, you got to focus on a good guy. He just gonna be doing his thing. And also, too, and I said this before in another previous podcast, don't get caught up in, don't get so caught up in, I lost my train of thought. I said something in the previous podcast. Yeah, don't get caught up in what he's telling you. See it. See what he's doing. See where he's going, right? See what he does outside of you. I'm going to tell you what, and I think this is why this is the best way a lot of women meet a good man. Honestly. And this is also why I tell a lot of men, like, don't get, just do your thing. Don't, let a woman choose you. It's because you'll see what the man's about when he's not trying to get with you. That's the best way. If he ain't trying to impress you or anything, that's when you see who a man is. When a man's trying to impress you, he's going to hide all his bad points. And that's what the F-boys are going to do. They're going to hide all their bad points. See what that man does that has nothing to do with you or trying to impress you. And see it. And when I say see it, see it. If he tell you he volunteered somewhere, shoot, ask to come along. Shit, might make a good time. See how that man behaves when it has nothing to do with you. Or if he say like something that I've impressed women with in the past. When my grandmother was still alive, every weekend, no matter what, I was like, hey, I gotta go over there, clean up or get her some groceries, something like that. That impressed a lot of women. And I ain't do it to tell them. It was very matter of factly. Look for that. Look for it. Because the F-boy, his whole thing, he gonna tell you what you want to hear, what you think you want to hear. Right? And especially if he look like a good guy. And, now I remember what I said in the last one, the good guy, right? He's going to be human. So you know what? The truly good guy, he going to say some stuff that you ain't going to agree with. May even piss you off. But he's being authentic. So this is how you do it. Right? Don't get caught up too much into it. Now, it ain't perfect because you get some guys, they still gonna get past some defenses, but you can avoid a whole lot. Just pay attention what he does for himself. Like I give you one example, right? I've used this before, but I'll never forget this. This woman, she met this guy, eventually got married, had a couple kids, ended up divorcing him, right? But I remember something this guy specifically said to her, right? He said this specifically to her, right? He said, she wanted to go to college. My man was like, I'm going to send you to college. We get married, I'm going to send you to college, right? And the girl and her family, all the women were getting all crazy about it. They were like, oh, he gonna marry, he gonna send her to college. And in this particular situation, I was the only one who was saying, that dude ain't gonna send her to college. And somebody, one of the relatives of the girl said, why? And it was a social circle I was close enough to like be able to like speak up like this. He said, why? And I said, that dude is not going to send her to college. And they were like, why? He said he's a good guy. And it's like, that dude hasn't gone to college himself. Why would he do something for her that he wouldn't do for himself? Now, it'd be different if that dude was in college or going to college himself and then saying, I'm going to send her to college. And another thing, too, that dude ain't had the money to send her to college. But she got so caught up in that, and then, it was a miracle their marriage lasted a year. It lasted longer than that, longer than it needed to. But they were talking divorce after a year. Kids kept them together. So, seriously, always pay attention to that. Pay attention what the man doing for himself. And that's going to tell you a lot. So anyway, that's it, ladies. Just trying to help y'all out. Peace and blessings.